mother's sister, I believe, but I don't know exactly how they were kin. All of us were kin to Aunt Mae Hatch. And Mr. Hatch. Anyway, Aunt Mae Hatch, with the WPA job, she was able to get a library started. We had an empty building right up here on the side of Main Street. You know, Side used to be quite a city. We were bigger than Greenwood. And we had a bank right on the corner where Grady Roberts' grocery store was. Used to be a bank. You see how big Side was? Anyway, when Aunt Mae Hatch started the library with the WPA, she had a lot of room in there. I mean, there just one little bit of wall with a few books that we were able to get together. But the rest of the room was just a big room with a nice smooth floor. So they decided, somebody decided, I think maybe Aunt Viola might have helped bring this up, to have a dance there every Saturday night. And we had a big crowd of people that would come, and we had a Nickelodeon that would play records. And Pinky had a friend named John Kelly. How many of you, did any of you besides me remember John Kelly? Okay. Well, she was a friend of Pinky's. He was. And they danced together. They did the jitterbug or any kind of new dance that came up. Well, they would learn the steps, and we would all just in awe, you know, watching them dance, because they were really good. We had a good time watching them. But one day they decided between them that she would jump over this chair while she was dancing. So she jumped, but she didn't make it. So she fell and broke a leg. Then after that, some stories she used to tell us. She told us about the time that she was being interviewed by some admiral. So they were trying to get someone to be the head of the wave. She had progressed. Stanley, her brother, had gotten her interested in becoming, in getting into the Navy for women, you know. And they decided to have a woman head of the waves, of the women in the waves. And so she was one of the 3 or 4 women who were actually participating in wanting to be this head of the waves, the captain. And so they interviewed her, and they said, well, I see you by your resume that you came from this little teacher's college down in Mississippi, where you got your education. Of course, you graduated from Delta State, when it was called Delta State Teachers College. That was before it became a university. And of course, she said, well, I think that I can quote more Shakespeare than all 3 of them put together. And she could too. And I remember one day I was out in my yard where I live right over here next door, and she came riding along and stopped there and under my nice big shade tree. And I walked up to the car and I said, oh, Fi, you just got such a beautiful hairdo. I'd like to know, where did you find a beauty shop? And I thought, we did at one time have one around here. But it went out of business. So she said, well, I go to Bertine at the Beauty Den up on Howard Street. And so I said, well, it looks like I'm going to have to go there. I'll find it if it's on Howard Street. So I went, And from that day until this, I've been going to Bertine and the Beauty Den. I can't tell you how many years that's been, about 20, I think. But anyway, lo and behold, when she moved to Greenwood, of course she kept going from side while she was living down here. She went up to Bertine all the time. But it turned out that she and I happened to have an appointment almost at the same hour. So she would come in while I was there getting my hair done, and she would be the next in line. And she and I would talk about siding. And you know what? I don't know why I didn't get her to say that memory word from Shakespeare. I'd be willing to bet you anything that she could still do it. Even up until the day that she passed away, I bet she could have done it. Don't you believe? Well, I want you to know that we Sidenites are always very proud of Pinky. You know, when she became the captain and the head of the waves, we were so proud, and we just never did forget that position was really something that we would never forget. We were so proud, and I'm just so happy that I was her friend.